What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, what really moved it today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So SoFi did go up at 7.16%. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. New 52-week high of $11.50. That's obviously not counting this right here. That did happen after hours, or sorry, pre-market. But aside from that though, a lot of volume. So today there was 94.6 million for volume, 51.9 is the average. And it was even more impressive the fact that SoFi went up as much as it did because GDP came in kind of crappy. So 2.8 the actual, 3.3 the forecast. So not the best, but SoFi investors didn't really care. And the fact that it did go up straight away once the market opened is a clear indication that big money wanted to benefit from their calls as well. So that's usually a telltale sign of that. But yeah, a lot of good things coming out. So no actual news from SoFi though, no SEC filings, nothing like that. But there was a couple new analyst ratings. So I'll give you an overview of that. So right over here, so $9 JP Morgan, Reginald, who has a 57% success rating. 13 by Needham, Kyle, 48% success rating. You had Mizuho is showing us today, but that actually came out yesterday. Barclays, $9. Terry, who has a 58% success rating. BTIG, Vincent, maintained their hold. And then 13 and whatever else. What I'm still curious on is the three clowns right here. So Morgan Stanley, Jeffrey, didn't give a rating yet. Compass Point, Giuliano, 57% success, didn't give a rating yet. And then same goes for Wedbush. David, so the three amigos haven't given a rating. Very curious on exactly what that is going to come in as. So maybe they're just, actually I don't even know what they're waiting on. Maybe they will have too much pride to give a reiteration or kind of re-rating or something like that. So maybe that might be the last that we see of them. But aside from that, SoFi's technicals look absolutely phenomenal. So today I was able to fight back above the ALMA. So yeah, based on this, things seem to be pointing higher. Of course, during the little tail end of the day right here, you had a pullback across the board, and that's just last minute fears associated to PCE. So that is coming out first thing tomorrow, so we'll wait and see what happens from that. But today, shorts were feeling the pain. They did return 810,000 shares. 16.95% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 177.34 million shares. And just to put it in perspective, based on the total dollar value in shorts right now, over the last 1 month, shorts have lost roughly around $700 million. So I guess just a round of applause just for that. But cost to borrow average 0.48, utilization 32.48%. Moving over to options, 40 million in calls, 5.1 million in puts. So kind of in line with what it has been over the last little bit, but 49% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish. So pretty good stuff for that. And this is NEO, so you guys don't need that. So looking at SoFi, of the call options that were purchased today, you see a consensus for it to still be roughly about that 1250 range. And then puts are kind of anticipating for it to be your sub $10. So still a lot more upside is anticipated. With tomorrow being Thursday, this is the current open interest. So you have 39,000 at that 9, 21,000 at that 950, 57,000 at that 10, and then 28,000 at that 1050, and so forth and so forth. So once again, by Friday, if SoFi is able to close, let's say above that $11 mark, then you should see another roughly about 10 million shares that market makers have to cover. So pretty interesting stuff. These are all the transactions that did occur so far on the secondary market above $100,000. So huge amount of buying. So everything that shows as a ask is a buy. So 1.3, 1.1, 1.3, 17 million. Some selling that obviously was associated to this right here. So last minute jitters for PCE, but yeah, this is absolutely phenomenal stuff. So big money cannot get enough of SoFi. So give yourself a shout out if you were like them buying today. Actually, I don't think I bought anything today. I had a limit order just in case it was going to dip, but it didn't. So I'm lucky to enough to have bought yesterday, but Nonetheless, with it at $11.22, it is trading between right now the pivot and this R1. So I'm looking at the 1 week chart on a side note because it's ran up so much. So $11.47 is going to be that next strong resistance / target. And conveniently, that's what it generally bounced off of for the high today. So going into the next several trading days, just watch for this R1 to be that next strong target. And then if it does get above that, then 13 and so forth. And like I mentioned, based on the options, in the short term, it is anticipated to get roughly around that $12 range. And the Elliott Wave Technicals, as I've shared with you, is pointing to the exact same thing. So maybe $12 plus might be SoFi's new home for us to kind of stick to. So we'll just have to wait and see. But pretty exciting stuff. I've been covering SoFi for a good 2 years. It's had its kick in the nuts some days, if that makes sense. But finally, I think the market and big money is seeing SoFi for the actual value that it is. And arguably, based on even where it is right now, it could be perceived as still undervalued. I've seen some posts on social media trying to argue that point and stuff like that, but we'll just have to wait and see what the market does say. But I think a lot of people are happy where it is and how much it's actually gained. So over the last 1 month, up 40.06 or over 07%. Clearly can't speak. And then over the last 6 months, up 57.08. So very impressive stuff all in all, and very much outperforming the S&P over the last 1 year now. So SoFi up 50.86, S&P up 39.53. So once again, pretty good stuff. I think there's still a lot more room to go. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing I just wanted to share with you. I did launch memberships, so if you like the SoFi content, want to support the channel, you can definitely join as a member. Plus, I also do have a private Discord that is for buy signals on stocks and options. And so yeah, if you want to join as a member, definitely consider doing so. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.